From the outside, we were just another family in a small, weathered town. 3 kids, 2 exhausted parents, a dog that barked too much. The kind of family you'd pass on the street and never look twice. But inside our home, it was different. My sister Emily was born with severe autism. She doesn't speak. She doesn't understand fear. She has meltdowns, and she needs constant care. I was 7 when she was diagnosed. I didn't understand what it meant, only that suddenly, everything changed. My parents stopped asking about my day, stopped coming to school events, stopped tucking me in at night. They were too tired, always too tired. So I stepped up at first. It was little things, but over time, those things grew. I changed. Her diapers before I learned algebra. I stayed home from every sleepover. I became the one who could calm her, and I told myself it was love. But love doesn't feel like chains. By 17, I turned down college offers because who would take care of Emily? They never asked, but I knew. I was her backup parent, her safety net, her future. They called me mature, strong, selfless, but I wasn't. I was just cornered one night. Emily attacked me during a meltdown. She pulled my hair, scratched my arm after. She slept. I sat shaking in the hallway, and I whispered something. I hate my life. Then quietly, I hate her, and I cried, because I meant it, not because I hate Emily, ... but because I hate what this life has done to me. I didn't choose this. I didn't sign up for this. But now I'm 25, still living at home, still helping, still resenting. Silently, last week, I told my parents I was tired. My mom looked confused. But you've always been so good with her. I do love her, but love doesn't fix burnout. So I posted my story on Reddit. I asked, am I the asshole? I expected hate, but instead, I got empathy. For the first time, I felt seen. As a human being, not a caregiver, not a hero, just me. And that voice inside me finally whispered, you matter too. Asterisk, it started with a glass. Just one slipped from Emily's hand, shattered on the floor. No one was hurt. No one screamed, but something inside me snapped. I stood there, frozen, staring at the mess. And I realized I wasn't staring at the glass. I was staring at myself, at everything I had become. The tired eyes, the calloused hands, the silent mouth. I was 25, and I felt 60. I dropped the broom, walked out the front door, and kept walking. I didn't even tell my parents. I turned off my phone, took the bus downtown. I sat at a park bench for hours, and for the first time, I cried. Without guilt, not for Emily, not for my parents, just for me. Asterisk, I knew I had to make a choice. Stay and keep drowning quietly, or leave, and maybe finally breathe. That night, I wrote a letter. Not a goodbye, not an apology, just a truth. I love Emily, but I cannot be her mother. I deserve a life, too. Then I left it on the kitchen table, packed a single bag, and left. Asterisk, I moved in with a friend 2 towns over, found a part-time job at a bookstore, started therapy, and little by little, I began to feel like a person again. Not a caregiver, not a shadow, just me. Some days I still feel guilt, but most days I feel light, like I laid down a burden I was never meant to carry alone. Asterisk, does it make me selfish? Maybe. But does it make me human? Absolutely. Asterisk, for anyone watching this. Trapped between love and obligation. Please remember, your needs matter. 2. You're not bad for wanting peace. You're not evil for choosing yourself. You are brave. Asterisk, I thought I'd feel peace after leaving, after finally choosing myself. But silence has its own weight. For 2 days. Nothing. No calls, no texts. I wondered if they were angry or relieved. Asterisk, on the 3rd day. My phone buzzed. It was my father. A single message. You're breaking your mother's heart. That was it. No, how are you? No, we miss you. Just guilt. Just blame. Asterisk, I didn't respond. But that night, they came. My parents, both standing at the door of my friend's apartment. My mother's eyes were red. My father looked tired, but not apologetic. Come home, Mum said. Emily won't eat. I stayed silent. You don't get to abandon us. Dad snapped. Asterisk, that word. Abandon. As if I had never sacrificed anything. As if I hadn't spent 2 decades carrying what they couldn't. My voice trembled, but I finally spoke. I didn't abandon. You abandoned me. Years ago, I was just a kid. You made me her parent, and no one asked if I was okay. Asterisk, my mom burst into tears. My dad went silent. For a moment, it felt like they heard me. We didn't know, Mum whispered. You never said anything. I almost laughed. Of course I didn't. I was too busy surviving. Asterisk, they wanted me back. But not because they understood, because they needed me that night. I told them gently but firmly, I'm not coming home. I'll still love Emily, but from a distance. I need to be my own person now. Asterisk, they left without saying another word, and in the silence, I didn't feel guilty. I felt free. That it was the moment I realized, sometimes love means walking away, not to hurt them, but to save yourself. Asterisk, after they left, the silence was deafening. Not angry, not cold, just ... empty. For days, I didn't hear from them, no messages, no updates about Emily. It felt like I had cut a cord that had tied us for decades. Asterisk, there were moments I questioned myself. Was I too harsh, too selfish? I imagined Emily crying, refusing to eat. I imagined my mum staring at my empty chair during dinner, and I hated myself all over again. Asterisk, but in the quiet, I started healing. I woke up without panic. I had breakfast, hot and uninterrupted. I read books that weren't about autism or caretaking. I took walks. I laughed at dumb TV shows. I remembered who I was before I was the responsible one. Asterisk, one morning, I got a message from my older brother, the one who left home years ago. Heard you left, he wrote. Took me longer to do the same. You're braver than you know. I cried reading it, because for the first time, someone understood. Asterisk, I still don't know what the future holds. Maybe I'll visit Emily someday. Maybe my parents will learn to see me as more than a support system. Or maybe not, but I know this. I'm not broken. I'm not evil. I'm human. Asterisk, and if you're watching this, feeling lost, trapped, or tired, I want you to know you deserve peace. You deserve joy. You are more than your role. And sometimes, choosing yourself is the bravest thing you'll ever do. Asterisk, I thought walking away would be the end, but it was only the beginning. My story, once whispered into the void, started to echo. It reached people I never expected. Asterisk, my cousin messaged. Me, I've been helping raise my little brother too, she wrote. I never knew we were allowed to say, it's hard. A former classmate sent me a voice message. You said what I've been afraid to say for years. Asterisk, even my old high school teacher, the one who used to call me so mature for your age, emailed me. I'm sorry, she wrote. I praised your silence, not knowing it was survival. Asterisk, 2 weeks after our confrontation, my father called. Not to argue, not to guilt-trip, just to talk. Your mother and I. We're talking to someone, he said. A counselor. To understand how we failed you. Asterisk, I didn't say much. I just cried. Not out of pain, but out of something I hadn't felt in years. Hope. Asterisk, my brother and I started talking more. We joked about childhood. Shared stories for the first time. We felt like siblings, not survivors. Asterisk, even Emily, though she doesn't speak, started smiling more during my visits. Maybe she feels it too. The shift. Asterisk, pain doesn't vanish when we speak. But silence guarantees nothing will change. One truth can crack the surface, and those cracks can let the light in. Asterisk, if you're holding back your truth, afraid of how it might ripple, I hope you remember this. Some ripples become waves, and some waves break the silence that's been drowning us. Asterisk, I used to believe my story would end in silence, that I'd grow old quietly, carrying invisible scars. But I was wrong. Asterisk, my choice to walk away didn't erase my past, but it rewrote my future. And in doing so, it changed others to asterisk. I now volunteer part-time at a center for young caregivers. I tell them what I wish someone had told me. You are allowed to feel tired. You are allowed to ask for help. Asterisk, I don't have all the answers, but I know what it means to be seen, to not be invisible anymore. Asterisk, my relationship with my parents is different now. Not perfect, but real. We speak with honesty, sometimes clumsy, but always trying. Asterisk, Emily and I have a new rhythm. When I visit, she smiles. She reaches for my hand, and that moment, simple as it is, reminds me, love doesn't vanish with distance. It just finds a new shape. Asterisk. My legacy isn't about sacrifice, it's about boundaries, about courage, about teaching others and myself that it's okay to say, enough. Asterisk, if one person feels less alone because of my story, if one caregiver learns to breathe again, then every word was worth it. Asterisk, maybe you're watching this on the edge of burnout. Maybe you feel selfish for even thinking of leaving. I see you, I believe you, and I want you to know your story matters too.